It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight, it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder begin the game with the basketball. Westbrook to Adams. Can't miss those. Giannis in control of the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Lopez. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Russ at the controls. To George. Here comes the screen. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Giannis Antetokounmpo knocks it down off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Screen coming. Paul George to Westbrook. Strong finish for Paul George.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Giannis with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Middleton. Bledsoe. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Westbrook to Paul George. Westbrook to George. Scores from the post.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Jeremy Grant able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Gets to the basket and scores.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Screen coming. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, and draws the foul.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Get it, shoot it again.
That's the end of the quarter. The Thunder with the lead. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
George to Adams. Shot from the lane won't go. Bledsoe with the basketball. The score 10-8. Nothing going here on that drive. Adetokunbo. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
The follow won't go either. Another follows. Oh, and a putback.
I don't know if it was so much the bounce or the vertical. I think it was more so the reach. That's what happens when you have a 7+ wingspan.
To Adetokunbo. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Adetokunbo. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Ferguson over to the right side. Paul George. Driving right to the basket. Paul George. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a check.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First try at the line, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Milwaukee with the basketball.
I got ball. That's me.
Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Sizing up the defense. Giannis Adetokunbo. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Here comes the screen. George to Westbrook. Bledsoe shot off the mark. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The quarter comes to an end. Thunder with the lead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Thunder have themselves a narrow lead. It's obvious how these guys score the majority of their points, and that's in the paint. They did a great job of scoring down low. have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Bucks are still very much in this matchup. And when the losing team is shooting this well from the field, you know you're in for a special night. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Points in the paint.
These teams decided to get physical with each other in the first half, putting an emphasis on close-range scoring. You may have heard me say it before. You need a soft touch to finish in the paint.
Player of the half.
Paul George has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Bledsoe with it up top. His guys down 3. To Adetokunbo. Middleton to Adetokunbo. And scores. Nice move, Jay.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Westbrook with it. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Rocking the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
And the rebound comes to OKC. Giannis Adetokunbo with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Middleton to Adetokunbo. Lopez to Adetokunbo. Short jumper stays out. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To Paul George. Screen coming. Paul George. Now a steal by Milwaukee. To Bledsoe. You've got to get that one to go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Curling inside. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Jumper's good.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Ferguson to George. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Eric Bledsoe, not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come. Deep three at the buzzer. The quarter's concluded. The Thunder with the lead. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Westbrook to Paul George. Westbrook to George. Westbrook gets a look and a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Bucks at the controls to Adetokunbo. And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does two things. Number one, it creates distance in a hurry. Number two, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of his shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. Bledsoe to Middleton. To Bledsoe. The drive right to the basket. Bledsoe. That no good, off the mark. The Thunder have the possession. Short jumper won't go down. To Middleton. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. To Adetokunbo. And he hits.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Westbrook into the front court. Leads 4. To Paul George.
Take coming.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence.
Visit our team website for more details.
Adetokunbo. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And here's the foul. Right now, it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And he connects on the first free throw. He makes them both. Now a whistle. Now we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again.
So we ask that all smoking take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Bledsoe, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Good victory here for the Thunder as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder were solid in today's victory. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Bucks didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Rebounds.
The Milwaukee Bucks suffered a discrepancy in their rebounding, and in turn, it resulted in a loss. Rebounds are certainly not a glamorous stat, but wins are. And without competitive rebounding, you're not going to get wins.
Player of the game.
Paul George put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.